If you're still trying to understand how the car, the money, or your SP is going to show up, you're puffed up and arrogant. So stay for the next few minutes and I'm going to prove it. And I'll show you the one thing that actually lands them all. Welcome everyone to the Secret of Oneness. I know that you all know me because we are one. For those of you who are still asleep, my name is Stephen. And tonight we're going to talk about why I need to understand first is the biggest lie in manifestation. Why I need to understand first. That's the biggest lie. So the quote by Neville I have here. Do not concern yourselves with how, only with the end. You don't need to worry about how to understand. Just concern yourself with how. Or do not concern yourself with the how, only the end. So we're going to talk about 1 Corinthians 8:1. And the beginning of this, I don't know that really has an application to what we're talking about, but I left it in here and we're going to talk about it anyway. So 1 Corinthians 8:1. Now concerning food sacrificed to idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge makes one conceited, but love edifies people. How many people have always thought that knowledge is power? That's the carnal realm. That's the carnal reality. So the word concerning here is the Greek word 4012. And it's perí. It means it's a preposition. It means properly, all around, on every side, encompassing. Use of full. Comprehensive consideration where all the bases are covered. It's inclusively. Okay? So when you say concerning, it doesn't mean here about I'm concerned about something in a negative way. I'm worried. This is just saying concerning is encompassing. It's all bases are covered. Now, in this scripture, it says, now concerning food sacrificed to idols. But in the actual Greek, it doesn't have the word food. It just says all things. So I left that out because I didn't want to confuse anyone. But it's just referring to all things sacrificed to idols. So sacrifice to idols is Greek 2380. And it's the word thýō, T-H-Y-O. And it means to kill as a sacrifice and offer on an altar. It actually is the word sacrifice. It means more than kill, as it also suggests offering something as a spiritual sacrifice. And it says under the extension part of it, it says to give up to destruction for any purpose. So a sacrifice is giving up something to destruction for whatever purpose it might be. The word we know is Greek 1492, and it means seeing that becomes knowing. Then is a gateway. It's a gateway to grasp a spiritual truth or reality from a physical plane. And when I was going through this, I kind of read it and I was like, wait a minute, is this thing saying that we already know everything? And it's all carnal? But then I realized it's actually, well, let me just go through it. It's 1492, then is physical seeing or sight, which should be the, goodness gracious. Then is physical seeing or sight, which should be the constant bridge to mental and spiritual seeing, comprehension. So knowing is talking about comprehension. It's the gateway to grasp the spiritual from a physical plane. The word all is exactly what it means. It means each and every. It's all in the sense of every part that applies. And this is really cool because it says the emphasis of the total picture then is on one piece at a time, which sounds like what? It sounds like a hologram. The emphasis of the total picture is then on one piece at a time. It's in the sense it's all, that every part that applies. Now, the word knowledge, I thought was going to be this exact same word as we know, but it's actually a different word, and it's 1108, and It's the word gnosis, where we get the word Gnosticism. It's a feminine noun derived from 1097, and it's experientially know. It's functional, it's working. It's knowledge gleaned from firsthand personal experience, connecting theory to application. It's application knowledge gained in by a direct relationship. Okay, we're going to tie all this together at the end, I promise. Puffs up in Greek is 5448, and it's physa, P-H-Y-S-A. Or it's actually the word physio, P-H-Y-S-I-O-O. And from the word physa means air bellows. Okay? It's interesting. I just noticed here that the word physical, this is kind of looks like the word physical, but it's like physio, which means puffed up. So the physical realm seems to be puffed up. Not sure if those are connected or if that's the same, if the word physical is the same root word, but that would be really interesting to learn that, because the word physio is the word puffs up, or it means inflated by blowing, or figuratively it's swelled up like an egotistical person spewing out arrogant, puffed up thoughts. Man, if that doesn't sound like the physical realm, I'm telling you. I'll have to look that one up. But I would have to guess that the word physical is the root word is one of these right here. And it's obviously an egotistical person, which is the physical, right? Spewing out arrogant thoughts. Because we know that the physical is the ego is physical, right? It's the physical reality, the physical realm. But it'd be interesting to know if the word physical itself is part of the spewing out arrogant thoughts. Probably is. Okay, the word love in Greek is 26, and it's agape. And properly love which centers in moral preference. So too in secular ancient Greek, it focuses on preference. Likewise, the verb form in antiquity means to prefer. So in the New Testament, agape typically refers to divine love. Okay. The word edifies in Greek is 36:18, and it's from 36:24, akios, and it means a house or a domio, which means to build. So edify is a house or to build something. So properly it says to build a house or home or edifice. Figuratively, to edify literally means to build someone up, helping them to stand, be strong, and sturdy. So here's some things, or here's what I have for this verse and how I kind of wrote it after going through all of the specifics and how I broke it down. I wrote here that encompassing when animal meat is given up to destruction, the gateway to grasp the spiritual truth from a physical plane, every part that applies one piece at a time, is the first-hand experience connecting theory to application by direct relationship. It causes one to be an egotistical person spewing out arrogant thoughts, yet divine love builds someone up to be strong and sturdy. So let me read that one more time, because that's really, really powerful when you understand what it's trying to tell you here. Now, again, the beginning part, I don't know how that really applies, because it's about the animal sacrifice, but encompassing when animal meat is given up to destruction. It says the gateway to grasp the spiritual truth. The gateway to grasp. You're trying to grasp the spiritual truth from a physical plane. We know that's impossible. Every part that applies one piece at a time is the first-hand experience connecting theory to application by direct relationship, causes one to be egotistical person spewing out arrogant thoughts. So what it's saying here is that when you're trying to grasp the spiritual truth from the physical plane, and you're applying every piece, you're creating techniques, and you're doing all of these things, and you're trying to have this first-hand experience, you're trying to imagine things, you're trying to make things happen. and you're trying to connect the theory of manifesting to application by direct relationship, while you're trying to manifest through direct relationship, through the carnal reality, it causes one to be an egotistical person that spews out arrogant thoughts. So you're trying to work it all up. You're trying to do it yourself. But it says here, yet the divine love is what builds someone up to be strong and sturdy. So I had AI take this and rewrite it. And it said, all your clever knowledge about manifestation, techniques, and how it works only inflates the little self. Love, living in the end, is the only thing that actually builds the new reality. I want to think about that, because how many people are out there trying to give you all this clever knowledge and manifesting techniques, and this is how it works and this is how it doesn't work, and you got to, I don't know, cleanse your nervous system or whatever the newest thing that's going on right now. It inflates the little self. It inflates people. They think they're telling you some sort of magical power to do this and affirm that and imagine this and it'll happen and all that stuff. It just says love. Love. Love is living in the end, because love and living in the end means I'm satisfied with the present moment and it's perfect for me. That is the only thing that actually builds the new reality, because you're no longer in lack. You're not trying to get something. You're not trying to say I'm incomplete. Love is living in the end. I have everything. I am everything. I am all things. I don't need anything else. I'm perfect the way that I am. This moment right now is perfect. And it's the only thing that actually builds the new reality. Okay? So every time that you say, yeah, but how does it work? How does it work? You just took another bite of idol meat and your ego got fatter. How do I do this? How does it work? Okay? You're just eating all that idol meat. You're sacrificing to that idol of your ego, and it's just getting fatter. The little self loves to understand I am. The real I am doesn't need a single explanation. That's how you know the difference. If you're still trying to understand, how do I do this? Where is God? What if I do it this way? Maybe I need to start over. Maybe I need to regulate my nervous system. Maybe I need to cleanse all of my thoughts. Maybe I need to remove my childhood from my memory. Maybe I need to go forgive somebody. All of that is doing. That's the little self trying to be good. That's why the problem with religion and Christianity, it's all about doing. You got to go forgive this person, or God won't forgive you, or you got to go do these things in order to let go of stuff. You've always been free. You've just piled on all this egotistical stuff, right? The little self loves to understand. I understand. I know what's going on. I have it. I know I have it. I know I got it. I'm good. I don't need any help. That's all the ego saying that I understand it all. I understand I am. But the real I am doesn't need a single explanation. When you know that you are the I am, you don't need any explanations. You don't need any techniques. You don't need affirmations, because you know who you are. You are the I am. You have it all. Because that is your core identity. But that meat, the human knowledge, is still temple meat, sacrificed to something outside of you. You are still taking that human knowledge and you're sacrificing it to the outside. You're sacrificing it to the God outside of yourself. You're giving the outside, those circumstances and all the things that are happening around you, all the power. You're saying that I need to do something. You're sacrificing the present moment to fight against those circumstances. And you're just eating that temple meat, and that ego is just getting fatter. Because you're saying, oh, I've done this. I've been doing this for 6 years. I've been doing this for 6 months, 6 weeks. I've been doing. I've been doing all this stuff. Look at me. I've been doing it all. I've done it all. It's not working. Eating or consuming content and more content saying, I need to understand this. It keeps you in separation and puffs up your ego. Because you're saying, if I can just get there and understand this, if I can get there, you're already there. You've always been in the end. It's your confession that you're not in the end that puts you not in the end. But your ego is saying, I'm working hard. I'm putting in a lot of effort. I'm doing all of these things. Right? So let me finish off with this. Knowledge keeps you in the temple line buying idol meat. But love puts you in the finished state right now. And the wish is already fulfilled.